Hello, I'm Jonathan Ruland, producer and designer for Spider Goat Games. I'm here to talk about our new game, Gangster Dice, which is currently on Kickstarter right now. The first question here is talk a little bit about myself. I am an American. I live in the U.S. state of Arizona. Sorry, little cat here. Um, and we founded Spider Goat Games about a year and a half ago because we have always wanted to make games. We have been making games for basically our whole lives, me and my partner Adrian, and we wanted to share them with the world. So the next question here is, how did the idea for Gangster Dice come about? Um, Gangster Dice was sort of came about as a way to fill a gap in our gaming collection. We realized that we didn't really have a lot of quick filler games that had a lot of strategy. There may be some out there, but we didn't have any. So we decided to make Gangster Dice. We wanted to see how quick a game we could make that still had lots of strategy and that we could play, in maybe 20 minutes and try to pack the maximum amount of gameplay and strategy into a small game. Um, Next question here is talking about the game. What kind of game system is it, and what's amazing about it? Like, why do I think it's amazing? Um, it's it was We designed it originally very differently. We started out with a completely different theme, in fact, but the game needed a lot of work, and the more we changed it, the more we realized we needed a new theme. So we came up with the theme of ditching evidence as gangsters, and I think that's worked out pretty well. Um, it's kind of a fun, classic 1920s era gangster setting. Um, the basic gameplay involves rolling dice and secretly playing bid cards. Everyone plays at the same time, one turn at a time, but everyone plays at the same time. So you roll your dice and then you play two cards and then you reveal them all simultaneously and you see what happens. And the goal is to get rid of all your dice. You start out with 6 and there's sort of the evidence against you, and you have to ditch all the evidence to escape and be proven innocent, because no one is actually innocent in this game. You're all gangsters. So the next question is, why did we use Kickstarter? And is it essential? We used Kickstarter because we didn't know. Well, first of all, it gets us a certain amount of publicity for the game. We were able to build up hype for it and sort of set a launch date and a start and end date for when we needed to fund our game. And I would say it is quite critical, because we're a very small company. Obviously, this is our very first game. We didn't know how many copies we were going to need, and we wanted to make sure we didn't print too many. And we wanted to see how much funding we could get to see how many different components we could put in the game. The more money we get, the more characters, the more cards, stuff like that we can put into the game. So yes, Kickstarter is very essential. A release date for Gangster Dice is probably going to be about October of this year. We have funded on Kickstarter right now, so it's definitely going to be printed up. We are still working on plenty of stretch goals. We'd like to raise a bit more so we can pack some more stuff into this game, because as we all know, the more you print, the cheaper it is to print each game, and the cheaper it is to print each game, the more stuff you can put in it. But it's very good right now. We just like to add a few more characters and some extra cards and some better dice. Next question is about where the game will be available after the Kickstarter. We are currently working on our website. It'll be available there, and probably on Amazon. It's not clear. It's not clear whether it'll be available internationally. Once again, we're very small. We don't have a big outreach or anything. So we don't know if it's going to be available outside the United States or Canada. This question is about translations, possibly in French. We already have actually worked with somebody named Stéphane in France. He offered to translate the game for us, and we were more than happy to accept. He did an amazing job. You can actually find the French rules on our Kickstarter page. Ooh, my dogs are barking, literally. Alright, so do we have other games in the pipeline? Yes, we do. It's kind of strange, actually. Gangster Dice is very simple and relatively few components, but it actually was probably a bit big for our first game. So the next games we're going to do are going to be pretty much single deck card games of about 70 to 80 cards, and kind of work our way up from there. We have a few really fun ones in the pipeline. They've been lots of fun. And we're really looking forward to getting those out as well. So, do we have anything to add about Gangster Dice? Yes, it's an awesome game. It is unique. I think you'll find there's no game out there that's quite like it. So I really hope you will back us on Kickstarter, and if not, just give it a look, and maybe check it out, and our Facebook page, and see if there's anything else that interests you. All right, thanks, girlfriend. So.